What's up? It's Robert from Existence First, mental training for a modern world. If you're anything like I am, then you enjoy self-actualization and the pursuit of it, always taking yourself to that next level of fulfilling your potential. That's why in today's video, I'm going to draw upon my 20 years of studying self-help and 10 years of working in the field of psychology to put together a concise and quick list of 10 very practical mind hacks for success. Enjoy. All right, number one, and this is a big one. This is sort of the foundation of my current day outlook on psychology. Treat your mind like a 5-year-old child. And no offense to the 5-year-old children out there, but hey, you'll be an adult one day. Treat your mind like a 5-year-old child. What does that mean? It means if you're planning to go to the gym, you put your gym shoes in front of the door. You put them out next to the door, right? If you're trying to remember to bring your water bottle when you leave to go to work, you put that water bottle on the ground in front of the door so that as you're leaving your home or your apartment and you go to open that door, it's in the way. And so you make your environment easy for you to follow through. Number two, a goal means nothing. Goal means nothing. Action means everything. Before I moved to the West Coast, I was in Chicago, and I announced to my entire family that, you know what, guys, I've decided I'm going to move to the West Coast in 6 months. Well, 6 months passed by, and I was still living in Chicago, still doing the same thing. No job set up in California. And so I was very embarrassed. And that's when I realized, you know what I have to do? I have to start looking for jobs. As soon as I started that job search, within 1 month I had an offer, and boom, I made it happen. Number three, and this is a little bit similar, but it's an offshoot of number two. So know how to get yourself out of an overthinking spiral. The way you get yourself out is you take one small action. You ask yourself, what's one small thing that I can do right now that gets me closer? So if your goal is to clean your entire apartment and you keep putting it off and putting it off, then you gotta break it down into smaller pieces, and you gotta say, okay, how long would it take me to clean this mirror right here? Oh, 5 seconds? Okay, spray, 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 wipe, 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 done. So what that does is releases dopamine, which makes it even easier for you to take a second action. Number four, automate everything, especially savings. Just set up automatic disbursements or transfers into accounts that you don't even look at. All right, so that's, again, sort of like the 5-year-old. You hide the money away so that you can't even look at it. That takes away any possibility that you might be tempted to use that money, and it also makes it easier on the mind to focus on other things. Number five, follow the top 2% and attune to their frequency. I'm talking about the top 2% of successful people in whatever endeavor you're trying to be successful in. Today I was listening to a video on YouTube. It was an interview between Tai Lopez and Grant Cardone. Those are two very successful businessmen that I respect, and I want to attune to their frequency. The thing is, it's very subtle, but if you start to pay attention to it, you'll notice it, that the top 2% and the whole rest of the population have a very different focus. The bottom portion of the population focuses too much on things that are outside of their control. And if you're just around those types of people and you're kind of not actively on guard, then your mind will start to attune to their frequency, which is a victim mentality. And it sounds extreme, but it's very, very subtle. It's very hard to detect. Then if you're around high frequency, and I know this from when I go to seminars on the weekends where I'm actually around, I'm listening 8 hours straight to successful people talk. When I leave that seminar, oh man, you're in a completely different mindset. But then you go back to work Monday morning and you're around different type of people, and immediately, like a battery, it just starts draining and starts draining away until you recharge it by listening again to those people, the motivational speakers, the top 2%. Number six, if pain is holding you back from something that you want to do, you have to find something more painful in not doing it. So when I created the skateboarding class that I teach, there was a lot of internal resistance that I had as I was coming up with the idea and posting it on the internet. A huge part of me was saying, don't do this because people might not show up. So there was a lot of pain there, but I had to create more pain in the idea of doing the work that I did up until that point and just abandoning it. And so I went with that pain and I said, you know what, I'm going to push forward on this. And it turned out a huge, huge success. Number 7, when things are slow, use that time and exploit it to get stuff done. If things are not ideal, then use that time however you can. I think it was like 2 Christmases ago. I was here in California. I wasn't visiting family because I was going to go in February. And I was just here with not much to do. And so I used that time to get a lot of progress done on a book that I ended up publishing on Amazon called Skilled Compassion. It's a guide for case managers in the mental health field. Now, same thing is happening right now with Corona time. A lot of people are staying home, they're indoors, they're not going out socializing. This is prime opportunity to get certain things done, to whether it's organize or study or catch up on reading. This is prime opportunity. And that's the mindset that needs to be encouraged with times like these. Number 8, when you have a large period of unstructured time, like you're at the beginning of the day and you don't have any meetings scheduled, create a sense of urgency by using a 30-minute timer on your phone. So you set it for 30 minutes. When it goes off, you get up, you walk around, then you come back, set it again, 30 minutes. And what this does is, like I said, creates a sense of urgency, because if you don't do this, then you're just going to sit around and think like, well, you know, I have all day, you know, I'll do it later today. And then what happens is that the whole day passes and you didn't get anything done. Number 9, keep your body moving. This is a principle borrowed from Tony Robbins, Physiology First. Sometimes you encounter something like a writer's block or a thinker's block where you're kind of stuck. And I can't tell you how many times I've gotten up and started walking, and within 10 seconds, I get the solution to the problem that I was stuck with for like hours. And number 10, create systems that hold you accountable. This kind of relates back to number 1. Your mind is like a 5-year-old child. You need structure and you need systems. So what's an example? Back when I was in Chicago, I was in a hockey league that played every Saturday night. Now, in order for me to be well conditioned and in good shape for Saturday, that meant I had to do cardio on Friday and also Wednesday. And by following that schedule, I knew that I would be in shape for hockey on Saturdays. And that encouraged me to do my cardio on Wednesday and Friday, even though it wasn't the most interesting. It wasn't as fun as playing hockey, but I knew I had to do it if I didn't want to be out of breath, curled over on the bench on Saturday. I encourage you to learn more about systems thinking. It's helped me a lot, and I made a video about it in relation to New Year's resolutions, so check it out. And last, if you have any favorite mind hacks that I didn't mention in today's video, comment them below, and I'll give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching. Think deeply and put your existence first.